going on, everybody? So it's the next day from last video you guys saw. Didn't do much filming yesterday. Wasn't much going on other than moving stuff around and trying to get this a little bit tidied up a little bit more, but we scraped all the high stuff and we got a good pile here. Get rid of this stuff, load in the dump truck. Thankfully there was a sign I drove by kind of on my way home in the next town over, probably about 10-15 minutes from here, looking for free fill. So I'm going to haul it there instead of bringing it an hour home and dumping it at my place. So we're gonna load this up and then head over there and dump. Short day today. We got a meeting at 3, so I'm not gonna get a whole bunch done today, but if we can at least get this fill out of here and start to get a bit more cleaned up, that'd be pretty good. So we will see you guys in a bit. Alright guys, we got the truck loaded. It's a little bit lighter than when I usually run it, but we got some big hills here, so we're gonna run it a little bit lighter and just take it easy on the truck. And we'll probably get the rest of this out of here for a second load, so not too big of a deal, but gonna go drop that off now, come back, load up, and then I don't know, go from there. Alright guys, well this went about as I expected. The guy wanted me to dump back here off the yard and the truck is stuck. Which there's tire tracks right here. There's a little punky in here, but it wasn't bad. But I mean, I was doing good up until right there, and it just, that one corner sunk and I'm pretty freaking stuck right now. I'm up to the frame on this side. So yeah, it's pretty stuck on this side. So just this one soft spot right here. I mean, you can even see, like, it doesn't even, sometimes when you get stuck, it's just like sinks in. It just sunk right there. So we got a tow truck on the way. Unfortunately, dropping free fill off is not costing me money, but on a job that I'm already not doing too well on, so it is what it is. So we'll come back with you guys, I guess, when the tow truck is here or when it pulls us out. What's going on, guys? So back at the job site, I got pulled out. Wasn't able to record that because I have very limited battery right now. I didn't realize none of my batteries are charged, so I'm trying to use my battery sparingly. I got out pretty easily. Obviously had a tow truck come. But a huge shout out to A&M Auto in Sandusfield, Massachusetts, and my boy Rodney for getting it done for me. Appreciate you guys. Super easy to work with, super professional, easy going. So give them a call if you're in the area, ever need a tow. That's A&M Auto in Sandusfield, Mass. But yeah, we are gonna load up this last load, bring that over there, hopefully not get stuck this time. And then I don't know after that, so see you guys in a bit. Alright guys, I actually kind of forgot about you guys this morning. Got the yard raked out, seeded and strut for the most part yesterday. I had to go yesterday, earlier than anticipated. One of my builders ran into a problem that I had to go help him with, so I went and did that. Didn't record it, but got that done. So we're back here on this job trying to get it done. Looks pretty good. Not too bad if I do say so myself. We left this like this for now because we gotta put this fence in, so I figured no sense of really tearing it up too much or getting it too good since we're gonna be tearing it up. But this morning I already kind of got my first hole popped, got my first post pretty much roughly in there. So right now we are going to start hooking up the fence, set the post, and go from there. I might have to go back to the shop to get a section of fence for this one because this one is all apart and screwed up, so might have to get some new fence there. I got some at the shop, but we'll see. But yeah, let's get this fence set and see what we can do. This is the side that has the gate on it, so we'll get this side set, put the gate on, see if that one's gonna fall, get that post set, and go from there. film, but we got the fence up. It actually didn't come out too bad. This section here I had to replace. I had it coiled up here, and for some reason it's got all screwed up. But I mean, if you're not being a fence guy, it didn't come out too bad. She's not bad. She's pretty tight. I mean, it was pretty much that same looseness all around, so it's not bad. This side didn't come out too bad. I gotta get a cat for that, but yeah, it's pretty much all like that all around, so it's pretty consistent. Yeah, everything's pretty squared in there. This pole right here was actually bent. That the concrete's on is actually way on an angle, but I kind of ran the pole straight and then buried the concrete. But yeah, everything's seeded and strawed. The yard's done. So we got straw wattle here, straw wattle down there. The rocks are in. The town wanted the rocks there. That way, if they ever take this fence down and expand the driveway, no one can drive in the tank. So yeah, the only thing today is just getting this driveway done and getting this concrete out. So we're gonna work on that this morning. Probably again another day, not filming too much, just because it'd be a lot of driving and hauling off. And the owners are supposed to be back today, so I don't know how they feel about being on video or whatever. But yeah, just a lot of kind of odds and ends. So we'll do what we can to capture this. But that's what the yard looks like right now, and hopefully we'll get a shot at the driveway before we get out of here. But yeah, first thing this morning is getting to water the plants and the grass one more time, because I've been watering the plants, trying to keep that alive for them so they can replant them. That didn't sound good. Yeah, so then we gotta haul off the concrete, a little bit more fill, and grade the driveway. We're out of here, so we'll see you guys in a bit. Brought in a little bit of material here for the driveway, 2 1-tons for them, just to touch it up since we destroyed it. And then we just kind of flattened that spot out and strawed it. And then obviously you got the backyard, as you guys saw earlier. Put some rocks there where they wanted them. And that's a wrap on this one. Hauled off all the concrete yesterday and extra fill. That's all gone. What's going on, everybody? Today is Monday. Come back after the weekend. Hope you guys had a good weekend. So finally finished up that Beckett job. I think, as you guys saw from last video, it feels good to not be going there this morning. Let me tell you something. Those of you who are contractors, you know the feeling of a job that drags on like that, and then being finally free from it. Hopefully. We are on a job today. This kind of came up somewhat last minute, but I was able to schedule it. We did a septic here last year, pretty involved septic, and they want their, I shouldn't say they want, their well line is leaking. I talked to the builder that does some work here, and he's also like a property management company. He does the mowing here, and he was saying it leaked to the point where it actually got into the house. So we are here going to repair this well line. I actually dug this up last year when I was here working, because I'll show you guys in a second here. And may I add, I'm actually drinking coffee today, drinking some house blend. Shout out to Victory Outdoor Services for the house blend plug. He actually turned it on to me a couple years ago, and every now and then I just get a craving for it. So this morning I did. It's not too hot of a day. Usually I'm not a big coffee drinker at all, especially in the summer, but sometimes you just gotta get that fix. So I'm getting my fix today of some house blend, Circle K coffee. It's actually some of the best coffee I've ever had. I don't know how other house blends are, but Circle K coffee is definitely pretty good. So 2 creams, 1 sugar, perfect. But anyways, back to business here. So I actually dug this up last year. They were saying that little, hang on one second here. They were saying that thing sticking up was actually the septic pipe. So I dug it up last year thinking it was a septic pipe, only to find out that it's actually way over here where that clean out is. It actually comes out of the house. 90s at the clean out, comes here, 90s again, and then goes in the tank. There's some grade sticks over there. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's where the tank is. Obviously, I didn't want to do 290s, but when I did this last year, I called the town, I called the engineer, and they said, yeah, go ahead, do it. There's no other option. Just make sure you do sweeping 90s and put a clean out in. So that's what we did. Yeah, this job actually came out pretty good. It's always good. It's always cool going back to jobs you've done in the past, seeing how they turn out, because, you know, I seed it, straw it. I never really get to see what it looks like. Tank's settling a bit here. I'll probably bring in some topsoil for them to fill it in a little bit. You can see the erosion cut it but a little bit, but yeah, this was all trees last year. There's a ton of trees in here. Popped a ton of stumps. This whole thing actually was way lower. We brought in a bunch of fill to fill in this edge right here, and then we hauled off our stumps. I don't think we filled this in, but we filled this edge in. It's actually, I strawed and seeded the crap out of it. I was actually worried about it moving, but it came pretty good. And then they got a little pond over there. That's pretty cool. I guess the people that live here, that own the property, aren't from around here. They're in the same state. They're actually out in Boston now, and they come out here as like their little getaway home. I think it's like 75 acres or something, which is, it's a good piece of land. But yeah, they said that there's actually goldfish in that pond, which is cool. And then we got our silt fence from last year that they didn't remove, so I'll probably remove that for them too while I'm here, just to go the extra mile. So yeah, actually this well situation too, I should probably touch on that. This well situation is a little weird. I don't know why it's like this, but so last year when we did the septic, the tank was actually pretty much right where the well is, which, if you guys know septic code in Massachusetts, that's a huge no-no. So they made them upgrade the system. The town did. It was like somewhere, I think, right in here. That's actually, it came out straight out of the house and went right here. So yeah, it was right by the well. But the lady's dad built this house way back in the day. They have a well here. They have power here, but for some reason the well goes from here up to a holding tank up there somewhere, and then gravity feeds down here into that corner. I don't know why it's that way, but that's the way they have it. So they just want me to repair the line. That's what I'm here to do. I do know from when I dug this up last year, the shutoff that was here was the sprinkler shutoff, just the regular turn like you would for an outdoor faucet. So that's not right. So we're gonna throw a ball valve in there with a curb stop, just like you would any other water service. So it's not too deep down. Like I said, dug it up last year, so I kind of know what I'm getting into. The water's off, so they say, hopefully. So yeah, we're gonna get set up here and start digging up this line and do the repair. This should be no longer than a day job. I did some office work this morning, so we're here a little bit later on in the day. I think it's around 10 o'clock right now. A little bit later than I like to get started, but ton of office work to do. I've just been so behind because of that last job. So yeah, we might be here in the morning a little bit tomorrow, raking up, you know, topsoil or something, but we should pretty much have everything done today. I do have a meeting later, so we're gonna crank down, and the place I get my supplies from is about a half hour from here. So I want to dig this up, cut it, see what size line it is, go up, get my supplies, and come back. So it's gonna be a lot of kind of wasted time today, but it is what it is. Some jobs are like that. So and then tomorrow or Wednesday we're gonna be starting a septic closer to town, pretty much right the town I live in, so working a lot closer to home. So busy week this week. Yeah, let's get going here. got it. This is what was in here. It was in here like this. This part was barely on. Huh. That's interesting. I don't know how we're gonna go about doing this, but I'll give it a shot. Alright guys, we are back. Spent a good part of the morning running around getting materials, but we got them. Got my T with my barb fittings, the curb stop, and then over there is the gate valve, or the gate box, everything else. So we got water in the trench here obviously, so I flicked it on inside to see where the water came out, if it comes out of that one. So we're gonna put our curb stop on that one, and yeah. So we have to Teflon tape this. We'll Teflon tape this, put it on our curb stop, and then slide it onto our pipe. Let's see, so if we thread this on like that, so we're going to want to go with the way our thread goes on, so we're going to put it like this. Okay, like that. Pipe wrenches back here. There we go. Make sure I got the other way right. Almost forgot my hose clamps. Perhaps I should cut this one further back. Crap. Guess I should have done that. I'm gonna cut this one further back. Good God, that's in there. Holy crap. Oh, shit. Ah! Ah! Alright guys, so I found out it's probably easier to set it in this side first, and then we'll run a line to this one, that one after. So we're going to have to do both of these. We're going to go this one first, then this one. So it's going to be a little tricky, but we can do it. Uh-oh. What the heck? You gotta be kidding me. What the heck did this pull out of? What the? Are you kidding me? Oh my God. What the hell? Oh my God. Alright guys, so I got this side dug out where this line pulled out, and looking at it, it looks like there was nothing ever really hooked up to it. Like you can see, where is it? You can see in these lines, in these lines where you can see the hose clamps were. This one looks like it's a factory edge right here. And I dug this side out, and there's a bunch of stone in here, so I'm guessing that when they drain the lines in the winter, they just drain it into here. So I'm just gonna run it. I'll hook these up and then just stick that in there like it was, and that's really all there is to it. So yeah, so that makes it a little easier on us anyways. But yeah, so I'll stick this line in, hook up that side, and then that's pretty much it. So go ahead. It sucks to have to run this plastic, but I couldn't find any freaking brass fitting, so that's what we're working with. Unfortunately, we're going to have to reuse some of these old hose clamps. Alright guys, I'm going to run inside, turn on the water. You guys just keep an eye on the fitting for me and let me know if any water comes out.